Hey guys!
Hey!
Look who I got here! Letitia.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
I feel
boy.
like I be crying all the time for
Don't
everything.
be crying. Don't cry. Don't cry. Oh, you're going to help me cry if you cry.
I'm so excited. Okay, so guys, I'm here with Miss Letitia Jackson. If you're in the insurance world, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But if you're not, because we're on the Pipe Dreams and Pearls podcast, my podcast page for women entrepreneurs, this lady right here is like the ultimate woman entrepreneur.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Like, let's just be for real. Okay, can we back it up for the people who don't know your whole story? I don't have to tell the whole story because you know you're going to be on the main stage here at the Ultimate Agent season 2 contestant selection. You know, I was on season 1 and they're in Atlanta tonight for one of the 5 cities. So if you're in Atlanta and you're in the insurance world, you got to get down here. We're at the Crown Plaza off of Ashford Dunwoody.
Yes.
Starts at 4, so you still have time. And then you can mix and mingle with the speakers. Letitia is one of the speakers. Hello. Let me just kind of talk about your story, and then we talk about Ultimate Agent.
Sounds good.
So you've been in the insurance industry how long?
16 years.
What?
16 long years.
16 years.
Yes.
And so it makes it sound like it's an overnight success, but when I heard your story at 8% conference in August about you literally being from you don't have $2 to $1 million with no lead costs. What the heck is that? Who does that?
You know what? I didn't know it wasn't a thing, though.
Right.
I didn't know that was unnormal. I didn't know that.
The $1 million or
I did
the
not,
no lead costs?
No, the no lead. Like I found out you did no leads and you make this type of money. I was like,
Right.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I found out that's unusual.
Well, I mean, I feel like, you know, the old saying, it takes money to make money.
Yes.
But then I just heard something recently, if you don't have any time, then you may have some money for somebody to do it. But if you have a whole bunch of money, you may not have time. I don't know how that goes, but it's almost like if you don't have money, maybe you have a lot of time.
That's it.
Okay.
And I had more time than I had money, right? So
Right.
had to become very creative on how can I get in front of people? How can I sell? Just to pay my bills.
Right.
It started there. I just wanted to pay my bills.
And here's the thing, we are in big Atlanta, but you're from Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yes.
I'm just imagining in my mind that it's small.
It's small.
So is there a lot of people there selling insurance too?
Yes, in Tupelo, it's crazy. We're a small town, small community. And I probably say we got at least 5 major insurance agencies in our area, and less than like probably 4 or 5 miles apart from one another. So it is very crazy and it's very competitive.
Only doing life.
Oh, health, Medicare, all.
Okay, everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything, yes.
So you do all the lines of business except for PNC?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and then, now I'm just gonna talk from my experience. I started out captive 12 years ago, and business to business. Then, you know, met my husband selling insurance. So got married, went into like corporate world, had a baby, and then now I'm like, I got to get out of corporate America. I want to go back to being my own business.
Right, exactly.
And I changed my mind. Like, I was coming from a health industry for my corporate role. So, I mean, selling health insurance made sense to me. So now I'm learning Medicare. So you do everything?
Do everything, but see, here's the thing. I got a kind of similar story. I was captive agent for a short period of time frame. Didn't work out. Went to another company. That didn't work out. And what happened in 2014, I want to say, 2012, I kind of got in touch with Medicare just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Then 2014 is when the ACA, Obamacare, became a thing.
A thing.
And a thing. And the thing is still here, right?
Right. It's still a thing. I think it's going to be another thing.
Exactly. And so I was told, hey, you may want to jump on this bandwagon because it's a good opportunity. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But I'm so thankful I did. And so since 2014, ACA under A65 Health was my main niche. That's what my go-to is what I
mean, I heard Medicare money change your life. I'm trying to find out.
It does. It does. It definitely does.
And I enjoy that maybe demographics because I just feel like I'm always, you know, helping older people, or, you know, in my family, I may be like the tech person for the matriarch of the family, and I'm booking all the flights, and I'm the one that's, you know, helping her with the Zooms and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it just comes to me second nature. Plus, my grandma, you know, she literally, like, all her friends was my friends. So I had all old friends growing up. It's crazy. And so at this point, I'm just like, you know, the Ultimate Agent season 1 helped me to really find my niche. Like, where do I fit in this puzzle?
Right.
Because I think it's easy to duplicate someone. Like, if I just want to be like Cody, you know, he's like, you know, just straight, you know, life mostly.
Right.
You know, now he's something else, but when he first started,
right.
I just feel like, you know, life to me is like something I cross sell. But it's easier for me to sell health, because it's almost like that's my language.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I mean, I thought I was a little like, I feel like I was behind the 8 ball, because I'm like, everybody else is just killing the game, and I'm like, I'm taking the little slow route because I'm learning all this stuff.
Right.
It's new. It's a lot of information.
But you got to remember though, you think you're going slow, but you're in a learning stage.
Oh yeah.
So when you're learning stage, you are going to go slow because you're learning.
Yeah.
And then once you take hold on, you're going to take off as well. Everybody who's doing great, they all had a learning stage. I think we forget that part. We just see, oh man, they're doing great. They started somewhere though.
Yeah. I'm embracing it though. I really am
Yes.
embracing it because it feels right to me. And see, the one thing why I couldn't be in healthcare in corporate America, there was just some things I didn't have a lot of control over that I had to do, and it didn't feel right to me. And I felt like, you know, I don't want to feel like I got to do something not necessarily unethical, but just didn't feel like that's where I belong.
Right.
And this is helping me really, like, this, I know that this is my groove.
Right. Exactly.
And so I'm happy to be in this space around such amazing people, because it's not just one-sided, like where you can only sell this or you can only sell that. But I went to the Medicare conference for elder care, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm home. I am home.
And so that's when you know that this is it. You know, so I tell people, you found your identity in business.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
I was like a fish out of water. And, you know, and I know some people will be like, you're doing too much. I would tell anybody out there who thinks that you're doing too much, tell them don't worry about what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know why? Because sometimes you have to try different things to know what actually fits for you.
Right.
And for me, I was looking at it like, I want to be in this industry, but I think I'm more of a specialized agent, because I will take my time. I want to help somebody with everything that I can help them. And it's not from the commission standpoint, it's from that, like, I don't want to pass them off.
Right.
And then somebody doesn't really take care of them.
Well, that's I mean, you're a good person. You're not just in it for the money, you know.
Thank you.
You're like, I don't do that part, you know. Let me, you know, no. So I hear what you're saying. And so for a long time for me, it was the ACA. It was the ACA, and then the Medicare. Then the Medicare, what happened was, I had an epiphany, right? I was sitting there going through open enrollment, and I'm 65 now, baby. I turned 65 in June. What? You know, because I had quit doing Medicare. And so I went through my books. I had lost so many clients because I did not service their every need.
You already had them.
It's
like a warm
and they
lead.
already trusted me. And you know what? It's Letitia, I didn't know you did Medicare, because I never told them I did Medicare. So that's another mistake. I didn't tell people what else I could help them with, because I was just rolling, you know.
I feel that.
Right.
That's,
and so
that is an epiphany.
yeah.
Because you go back and be like, that's dollars. And here's the biggest thing. And I think that same thing happened with me. True story. The day that we were getting selected for the Ultimate Agent Season 1, I get a random call from, I had already saved Cody's number in my phone. I was anticipating a call. And even if he wasn't on the line, somebody from his office was going to call me.
Right.
And people would be like, how did you? I said, I just be manifesting everything. I had locked his number in. Didn't even talk to Cody before. Just locked it in.
Oh, wow.
And that number popped up on my caller ID while I was on the phone doing a health app on the ACA.
Oh, wow.
For one of my previous clients that I sold when I was captive, that now came back to me since I'm independent.
Good deal.
And she had her other policy 12 years. And then now she was in retirement and needed to get health insurance.
Right.
So I'm on the phone with her, and I see this number pop up, and I'm like, Can you hold on a second? I gotta take this call. Because I was like, I'm not about to call Cody back.
Exactly. Even you don't miss those calls.
Look, even if it's a robocall, I'm not calling him back. So I clicked over and I was like, hello? And he was like, is this Moon Thomas? I said, is this Cody asking? And I just like started screaming. Now she's still on hold. I'm talking to him for like 10 minutes maybe.
Oh, bless it. Okay.
And they were just like, we just love Ava, your videos, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh. And then I was like, am I in? Am I in? He was like, not quite. I'm like, dang. I mean, I thought this was the call. He was like, we just want to make sure, are you going to be on this call tonight? So I'm like, yes, I'm going to be on the call. So anyway, he made me feel like I was close, but he didn't say I was in.
Yeah.
And so, but I was just like, he called me, so, he ain't calling everybody.
Exactly.
So that, I don't know how it's going down for anybody who's trying out for season 2, because it's probably going to be totally different. But, okay, don't be missing no calls, y'all. Even these unidentified calls, you got to answer everything.
You need to get here.
Get here, too.
You need to get, if you want to be picked, chosen for the ultimate agent.
Yes.
If you land a place, you want to get here because we're picking the people tonight who are here.
Oh yeah, this is totally different.
This is totally different.
Before it was like an online thing. So now he's in 5 cities.
Yes.
This is the second stop, Atlanta, and he's going to be picking another person tonight. The first person was chosen last night in Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
And so this is real time stuff. Now, Letitia, speaking of Ultimate Agent, I saw you for the first time on the 8% main stage. Oh my gosh. So, people be friends in your head already. When I saw you and your husband, I'm like, oh my God, I just want to meet her. And it's like I was fanning out because I'm like meeting all my Facebook friends in person.
Yeah.
And I just think that you guys are just, from the outside looking in, you guys are just a special couple. And you could tell he was right there by your side and very supportive of you up there.
You have to. Oh my God.
And you just renewed your vows?
We did 10 years. Yeah, 10 years in August. Renewed our vows. And so my husband, he's my biggest supporter. When I say it's important to have your support system. I mean, if you're not married, your sister, your mother's a friend, or not even a circle of people who can support you, because it makes a difference in everything. Yeah. I couldn't be here today if he didn't support me. I know he's back at home. Right. I'm here with my whole family, and they all support me. It's very important.
Man, I tell you, and my husband, same thing. He literally, he's not in the insurance space.
Right.
And he probably doesn't want to hear about this that much.
Nice guy. I met him at 8%.
Thank you. Hello. But guess what? I feel like that my whole reasoning for even being introduced to insurance at all was really to find him. He actually was introduced to me by one of my clients when I was a business client. And I don't know why they thought I would be good for him. I didn't even know these people. These were just business clients. Anyway, long story short, I'm just minding my business selling insurance. See, y'all, if y'all single, y'all need to be going here looking cute too. Okay? You don't ever know when your beau is.
You know what? You know what? Saying that, so me and my husband and I, we worked together, but we was in the insurance industry for quite some time, working side by side.
What?
Yes.
So he was in the friend zone.
Yes, in the friend zone. He actually put me in the friend zone.
What? Oh my God, we need to hear about this story.
He put me in the friend. He did. He put me in the friend zone.
Oh wow. Dang. Yeah. Now look at him. 10 years later, it's all good. It don't matter. But I think the whole thing about it is that this is a consuming industry. Like, you're gonna get calls. You're gonna have to be away. You're gonna have to travel, whatever. And once you have a family, especially with small kids, that's where I'm always trying to figure out where's the balance.
Right.
I gotta be a mom, a wife. I want to be a business owner, and how do I do all of this? And that was really what kind of encouraged me to start my podcast.
Yes.
So the really women entrepreneurs, we do everything, we do. And we're expected to hold it down. So I just love to hear the stories of women who are being successful and encouraging other women that you can do it. You can literally have it all. It may be a little lopsided at times.
It is lopsided at times. It is, because like you said, it's parents and mom all by itself.
The mom guilt, please stop.
It's like we're away from our children, and it's like, oh my God, and we know they're in good hands, but we just feel guilty because we're out here doing things that we want to do, but it's actually for a major cause, because we're trying to break generational curses with our family. We want to show them what we can do to help them out. Then you have a whole husband at home who's also maybe a child sometimes too. But it's like, so I'm a wife, I'm a mother. And on top of that, we got to have a church. So
Yeah,
I have a church. I have to.
You're responsible for all these people's souls.
Hey,
So we're recording. You go.
Yes. So it's tough, and sometimes it is a hard balance, trying to figure it out. But one thing this is my balance though. My balance is God first, family, and then business, right? So if I know that I got something going on, we plan around everything to make sure that we don't miss on important things.
Keep it in that order.
Yes,
in that order.
Yes.
In that order.
Yes.
I love that. When I talked to Rakita Starks, that's exactly what she was saying.
Really?
I mean, and it was like, when you think about it, I think she told me there was no such thing as balance.
It's not. It's not. Let me tell you why though.
So like take balance out of this.
It's no balance. It's just a crazy lifestyle, but I love it because this industry gives you that lifestyle that most industry cannot give you, which is the freedom to, be at work, but also the freedom to bring my family with me when I can.
Yes.
It gives you a lot that most businesses does not.
And you can work anywhere.
You can work anywhere. You can, but there's no balance. If there's balance, you come show me where I can find it because it's tough.
Well, I mean, my balance for me is because we have another family business. We have a trucking company too. My husband, that's what he does.
Okay.
And so the only way I can quote unquote balance is that I really am more part-time than I am a full-time agent.
Right.
So, I mean, I have to kind of decrease a little bit to, fill in the blanks other places. But hey, this is the only industry you can really work part-time and make full-time money. So
that is true.
Let's go there.
Yeah, that is very, very, very
so
true.
It don't feel part-time-ish when you see the check.
Exactly.
Okay,
right.
but I could probably be doing way more if I put in a lot more hours.
Well, that's anything you do, though.
Yeah.
That's anything you do. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So one last thing. I just saw that you had a merger. What's this all about? You taking over the whole Mississippi or what?
No, so I haven't put the details quite out there yet, but just the great thing is that I got to share this.
Okay, share it.
Okay, so you know how you're just doing what you're supposed to do, encouraging, inspiring, and you doing what you know to do, and then other people are inspired by you. You don't know it, right?
So much.
So me and Shamira, we became acquainted just through social media.
Really?
Through social media. I didn't even know, but we didn't know each other. She found me on social media.
Wow.
And we just became acquainted from there. She started sending me referrals to my business. And I'm like, okay, she's a nice girl. And we talked a couple times. And then found out she does PNC. She don't do anything with health or anything of that, Medicare, anything of that nature.
Yeah.
And the city she's in, there's not a brick and mortar person there, right? I have a lot of clients already in that city.
Stop it.
Yes.
So are you going to have somebody located at that agency to do?
Oh, let's pray for it.
Okay, so if you're in, what is it, the Jackson area?
Columbus,
Oh,
Mississippi.
Columbus. If you're in Columbus, Mississippi, and you have the desire to be in the health insurance industry, and you have the servant's heart that Letitia Jackson has, that you may be able to actually work in her office and be a part of this amazing legacy.
Yes.
Can you please hit her up? Tell them how to find you.
Please. So you can hit me up. So, of course, my Facebook, again, Letitia.Jackson, Jacksn. Also, you have my email address let me get the right one right. info@LetitiaJackson. Am I saying that right? info.LetitiaJackson at gmail.com. I hope it's
We'll put it in the chat.
Because I got like 10 different emails. I get it all mixed up. But we are definitely looking for the right person to come in that we can groom. And one thing I love, I'm going to brag on me if you don't mind.
Okay.
About our agency is this: when you come in, I don't believe it's keeping you at a bay level. I always want to see people grow into the full potential that you have. And sometimes people, they don't believe in themselves. How people say in their office, you told me I could do this, but I didn't believe it. And now I'm actually doing those things. So it's not just about a position. It's about a career that can change your life. And that's what we're looking for, somebody who will be committed and want to take on the challenge to change their life financially. Not only that, spiritually and mentally as well.
I mean, it's going to be a whole complete.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be a complete metamorphosis.
Exactly.
I think, and I'm wrong. Somebody who doesn't have much experience may be one of the better candidates because they're open.
Yes.
And like Leslie told me, you're green. Matter of fact, Leslie's teaching me Medicare.
Yes. You know what? That's such a blessing. When you are green, I say, are you newer to, because you're open to learning. An older agent, they got their own ways, and they're harder to teach. Like I teach old dog new tricks. Not calling your dog, just the same.
Just the same, we know that.
But I would say this too, though, because even with me, I had experience in the insurance, but for me to grow, I had to take myself out of it. Everything that I knew, just put it to the side and let me learn what you know, because guess what? You're somewhere I want to be.
Yeah.
Once I've learned the system, now I can implement what Letitia knows and make it Letitia style. But you got to decrease yourself in order to increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too, like something like Medicare, where for compliance reasons, things are changing. So me right now, getting into it right now, I don't know anything other than during the call recording.
You got this.
Know what I'm saying? I don't know anything except
That's
for
what I
to do the
know.
call
I'm
recording.
saying,
So the people who are like, I don't want to do the call recordings, I don't even understand that. Like, what? That's what we're supposed to do, right?
So you get in pretty much at a great spot because you don't know of anything different but the new way. So you're good. Yeah.
That is the way that I think if you have the desire and you have the willingness to learn, man, you can really latch on to somebody like, just to be able to have access to somebody with this much experience, this much accomplishment, and just really, they're open to teaching you.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
do you know how much you can really get from that? And then I'm going to go another further, and I'm not going to make this, I'm not pulling a race card.
Okay.
But you got to be able to have representation in this industry.
You do.
You have to see other people that look like you, that are being successful and doing what you want to do, because it's not always, seen, right? Especially in our own families.
It's not.
You don't see a lot of wealth generation building, that kind of stuff in our own families. So where are you going to find that at? And then it changes your mindset.
It does.
Man, when you got on that private jet, how did you feel?
So I felt great, and so I have a good friend who actually is on it with me. And when we started together, we couldn't afford gas to put in our car to get to our appointments. We couldn't afford air to put in our tires. Like it was and so.
And now you on a private
now
jet.
she on the left in me, and I was like, oh my God, I got tears because it's like the struggle was real
struggle.
Had you told me 10 years ago I would be on this private jet, I would be like, how? Because I'm struggling just to pay a bill.
Right.
And now going to private jet is very, very, very humbling. Yeah. And so my whole thing is, if I can do it, so can you.
Let me tell you, I'm still too good for commercial. And we only went on the jet when we went on season 1, and it wasn't even big as the one y'all on right now.
Gosh.
And I promise you, I just felt like I deserve this.
Right.
Actually, my mantra, this is my mantra every morning. I deserve an abundant life of blessings and favor.
Yes.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Everyone connected to me is blessed. I am spiritually grounded, emotionally whole, financially free, physically fit, and healthy. And I may not be none of them things, but right now I'm claiming that.
You gotta speak it.
Yes,
you
gotta
have to
speak it.
Once you speak it, you start believing it. You put it in the atmosphere. You have to.
So everybody, we first have to believe that we deserve things.
You do.
And then we can start enjoying the fruits of our labor, because it won't feel like we're bragging. It won't feel like we're outdoing somebody, because the people in your circle, they're going to be doing just as good as you.
You speaking right now. I'm telling you.
Look, let me tell you something. This anointing, this shit I got over here on me.
You're speaking right now, because everything that you said, I actually struggled in that area at one point.
You think so?
I know I did.
Because other people weren't coming with you?
People wasn't, because I wanted more. People who was with me, they didn't want more. So I'm coming, I'm growing. And then, am I boasting? I'm not boasting, but I'm boasting. I'm changing.
Man.
And then when I was receiving the awards or being rewarded or financially blessed, I felt guilty now, right? Because I worked hard and I deserve it. But everybody around me is like, they just, I can't really explain it. Then I felt guilty. I felt guilty about my progress,
Well, because it's like, it's such an easy thing to get into. You kind of want to bring everybody with you.
Yeah, but
like, I be telling my friends and my family, like, y'all need to come on. Y'all need to get on this train. It's so easy. I said, just at least do Medicare if you don't want to sell anything else.
Right.
Do Medicare, something that you can learn, that you can pass down. This is actually inheritance for our children.
Exactly.
It's going to be passed down. It doesn't stop with me. I'm looking at Ava being 6.
Right.
And what can I leave her outside of a life insurance policy? What can I leave her that's going to set her up?
Like I said, generational.
And now she's 6.
Yes.
Talking about when we going on a private jet.
Exactly.
And I mean, pretty much trying to drop out in first grade so she can come here to this conference so she can see her Uncle Cody.
Right.
So, I mean, she went to school and she was telling everybody, she was wearing the 8%, the fire pack. She was wearing that to school. Okay. And so at the end of the day, it's like nobody else that 6 understands what she's talking
Exactly.
about. But look at, like I just saw Alex Jackson. I'm like, he says, oh, Ava, you're famous. No, your son is famous. Your son's on the podcast.
Exactly.
And so I'm looking at it like, look how what we're teaching our children.
Right.
From an early age. They're going to expect more. They're going to go way further than we were when we first started out. And I swear.
Just think if you had that when you was that age. Just think that. I mean, it's no one's fault.
No.
But when God give you something, it's up to us to reproduce that.
I love it.
Yes.
And I think even your son, he doesn't have a choice. He's either gonna go in the ministry or he's gonna go in insurance or he's gonna be in both.
He told me he's gonna be a pastor. I said, okay,
He
son.
probably look. You know what? He already is. It's ingrained in him.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. They thought he's gonna be a preacher. I said, okay, Mom. So he gets up and want to put on his suit like his dad. So he adores his dad so much.
I love it.
He's like, Mama, you're always traveling again. I'm like, yes, son. He knows I'm traveling all the time. But yeah, it's just truly a blessing for him to not see the struggle that we have to go through. You know,
it's important. Our children, like, we're not doing this for them to be spoiled, but it's really to make them have a head start in life.
Right.
It's so hard already in this world. The least thing that you need to worry about is a roof over your head,
Exactly.
how are you going to eat, where you going to go get around. Now, like her, I mean, I think my husband, since he's an entrepreneur and then, you know, I have an entrepreneur spirit, it's like, you know, traditionally, are we going to have to go down the same path that our parents went with us about what we do, go to school, this, that, and the other? I don't know. But I feel like Ava, she's probably going to be in some kind of arts or entertainment,
right?
Just based on how she is, and it could just because she's mimicking me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just think about it. What if we pour these things into our kids when they're small and start identifying the things that they're good at then, and then have the resources to like be able to cultivate that. Oh,
resources is everything. It's everything.
This is amazing.
I'm telling you, we always have the ideas of what we want to do, but we don't have the resources to do it.
Don't have the resources.
Yeah. So.
I love this, Letitia. Oh my gosh. See, I could sit here and talk to her all day. And when we were at 8%, like, we kind of kept passing each other. And I was like, man, I got to get you on my podcast. I got to get you on my podcast. And I'm so glad that you had this much time to give me.
Yeah,
but I don't want to, you know, hold you up while you're here. We're here for a specific reason, y'all. Ultimate Agent Season 2. This is the Atlanta second stop on the 5-city tour. Okay, get down here.
Come on,
4 o'clock. What time is it? You got it. 45 minutes. Okay, you can get here. You can get here in 45 minutes, and it's like what, after party? So after the speakers,
after speaker 8 to 10 after party.
After party. Now, if you've never been to a Cody Askins after party. Mind you, I got my Crocs on right now, okay? Because my feet was trash last time. It is amazing. Now, I don't know if it's going to be at the level of the 8% conference, and y'all need to make sure you get that one.
It's good. Not only that, you get a chance to turn around and talk with people and learn more and grow from.
Yes.
So it's a good environment.
So it's more of a networking after party, but, you know, like a happy hour.
More people was networking than actually on the floor dancing. Like,
all you really need is a good vibe.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
That's it.
And I think that at this point right now, I mean, good vibes only. Don't come here with no bad attitude, okay? Look, if you want to learn, if you want to be a part of something big, if you want to find where you fit in, get here tonight. Atlanta, Georgia, Ashford Dunwoody, Crown Plaza. This place is amazing. They're only going to be here tonight, and then they're moving on to Charlotte for tomorrow. So you guys got to get here or be square. I love that we had this chance.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
I was seeing like, you look so beautiful, girl. Like, oh my God, thank you. You guys, you know I love you and I mean it. We will see you later. I hope this came out right because of the way that it was